What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Did you miss me? I said we back up in the mix. Let's see who is in here. Ring rivals. Salute. Adrian. I think he was the first person in here. What's up with Adrian? New Age of Hero says, bruh, how many times y'all content creators gonna cover the same topics and subjects? I'm off that. What? Somebody said the mic. Hold on. Let me listen. What the hell? Hold on one second. What the? Yo, does it still sound crazy? Does it still sound crazy? Does it still sound crazy? Listen, I'm gonna run a test real quick. Cause I was at the fight, so I ain't been live on here in a minute. It sound good now? Listen, rate the sound on a scale of 0 to 10. So we can get, you know what I mean? Make sure we good. I don't know what that crackly, bro. Y'all know I'll be the king of the audio and the visuals. You feel me? Somebody said the mic is a little too loud. Is the volume too loud? Let me know something. Are we too loud in the mic? Hey, he the only one saying we too loud. Hold up. I'll turn it down a little. Yeah. What about now? Y'all know y'all can adjust your volume on your phones or however you watching me. You know that. They talking about, they say Ego too loud right now. All right, bet. Oh, man, y'all messed me up. Y'all messed me up. Oh, you was on the headset? The headset, okay. But you know you could turn your headset down. It don't just have to be on my end. Turn the headset down. That's what I would do. Anyway, what's good with y'all? What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Devin Haney. We got to talk about it. The boy Devin Haney. I told y'all before the fight, this was going to be a fight, one of them ones. Nobody want to lose this fight, but ultimately there was going to be a loser and a winner, and we got just that. Now, I know y'all don't like that, but that's the way it's got to be. That's the way it's got to be. We got a winner and a loser. Stop playing. And that winner was Devin Haney. Just as I predicted. But y'all don't want to give me my credit. Forget it. Y'all don't want to give me my credit. I try to tell y'all. Devin, he said Devin Haney put hands on the man. You ain't lying. He put hands to the boy. Hold on. He put hands on the man. And I was there live. Bay Area, it was getting a little scarier. All right. Devin sweeped him. Sweep. Yeah. He swept that boy. Shout out to Isaiah Felix, Simply Amira. What's up? Regis was tailor-made for Dev. Regis's face was messed. Hold on. Let my boy Kamal Oz get some. Let me put Kamal on the screen real quick. We got a $10 super. Listen, we got a $10 super. Let Kamal get a drum or something. Kamal sent $10. It says Tank isn't going to 140 for Devin Haney. Salute to him for a good performance, but he needs to focus on Subriel Matias, T.O., O'Hara Davies, Rolly winner, the Sandor Martin WBC mandatory. Do a solid fight. I agree. But listen, I know people they don't want to hear it, but I'm telling you what it is. I don't care what you want to hear. I'm telling you what you need to hear. Tank is the A side over anyone in the lighter weight classes. That's just what it is. The A side doesn't move according to anyone. Devin Haney, beast, did his thing. He was real surgical on Regis Prograis. But that alone, or any like Shakur or any of the, listen, Tank, I said what I said. Tank is the A side over anybody. That's just what it is. So it's like when Ryan Garcia fought Tank, right? When Ryan Garcia and Tank fought, it was at a catchweight of 136. Let me ask you a question. And just be real. If I'm lying, I'm flying. Hey, y'all got to get the likes up. Earlier this year, who would you say was because keep in mind, Regis Prograis fight hadn't happened yet. Earlier this year, when Tank fought Ryan Garcia, when he was undefeated. So don't, after he got knocked out, when he was undefeated, who would you say is a bigger star, Ryan Garcia or Devin Haney? I need y'all to vote in the comment section. When Ryan was undefeated, calling out Tank, I don't know if y'all listening to the question. I'm gonna say it again. When Ryan earlier this year, so like March, April, when Ryan was undefeated, and Devin is undefeated, and Tank is undefeated, earlier this year, who was a bigger star, Ryan Garcia or Devin Haney? It's a simple question, eh? Not who do you think is a better fighter, who's more special, who got better skills, who would win between Ryan. See, I say very specific stuff. I say very specific things because I know, like, some people try to overcomplicate it. Okay, thank you. Kamal says Ryan by far. Someone said Ryan's still bigger. Someone said Garcia then and now. Perfect. I agree. Ryan had the fans, been on the Mike Tyson podcast, all that stuff. Ryan had actual GMC commercials and been in some like little movies and red carpet. He was bigger, right? He was undefeated. I'm not saying he's better than Devin Haney. I'm saying he was bigger. When he was undefeated, that's why that fight did over 1 million. So the point I'm making is this. If Tank fought an undefeated Ryan Garcia, who at the time when he was undefeated was a bigger star, and he didn't go up to 140 for Ryan, do you think he's honestly going to go up to 140 for Shakur, for Devin Haney, or for somebody else who's not as big as undefeated Ryan? You know what I mean? So I'm not even really looking at that as viable, to be honest. I'm not looking at it as viable because there's weight. The weight is clearly going to be one of the major issues. Tank ain't going to move because Devin Haney had a great performance, he's not going to move and say, "Oh, I'm fighting Devin Haney at his weight." Like, this is the best way to say it. And like, I hate really even commenting on this because I'm not in here. Like, I'm here to do a job. I come to do one thing, and you know it, and I do it well, and I'm the best in the business. So I'm not here playing the size game and stuff. Devin's a monster. Shakur's dope. Gervonta's a beast. And the A side, you know what I'm saying? I'm not here. I don't play all these little games. A lot of people want to play games and pick sides and stuff like that. I'm here to do a job and assess situations, and that's what I do, and can't nobody do it like me. So at the end of the day, my thing is this. If you're the A side, you call the shots. It's just what it is, whether people like it or not. You know what I mean? And at the end of the day, Tank Davis didn't move up for undefeated Ryan Garcia to 140. So I don't see it happening with Devin Haney either. You know what I mean? Point blank, period. The other thing I have to say in all fairness is this. Devin Haney looks like, to me, like I was at fight week with him and his team and his father and stuff. To be honest, he looked big. He looked bigger than Regis on the night of the fight. So for me, it looked like Devin Haney, and I told you this on the channel a while ago. To me, it looked like Devin Haney, as he's maturing, you know, getting to that 25 area, you know, 5 years away from 30, it looked like he outgrew lightweight. Like, the way he's looking, I don't know if he could even make lightweight anymore. I know he's talked about it got to be the right fight, but that's going to be a heck of a sacrifice because he looked very comfortable at this 140. You dig? Devin Haney looked good. Pause. I got to pause that up for Cameron and Mace. He looked good at 140. And here's the other thing. He's talking about going to 47. So that goes to show you he's confident in his size and his frame to even move up to welterweight. You know what I mean? So a lot of people getting hyped off the Tank, and I understand the Haneys, they want the fight. They're the team and the fighters. It's a big fight. I ain't even mad at it. They want, you know, that's what they're supposed to do. You're supposed to want to fight the best and stuff like that. But I just don't see the fight really happening because I don't think it'll happen on the terms. The terms, they would have to agree on the terms. You know, you got a bunch of fans and even channels and people, and they're talking about their perspective, but a lot of them ain't really making money in the game of boxing, and they're talking about business of boxing and what should happen and who should do what, but you don't even really make money in boxing for real. For real. You know what I mean? So it's like, are you even qualified to speak on like some of the business? Like I see people saying, "Oh, Tank," like, and again, I'm not picking sides and all that goofy stuff y'all be talking about, but Devin, and I'm going to get to his performance with Regis Prograis. Monster stuff. Chef's kiss. He did his thing with Regis Prograis. But at the same time, that in and of itself is not going to make him lap Tank Davis in terms of popularity. Here, case in point, David Benavidez. And listen, I got so many different ways I could flip it on you. And if I'm lying, I'm flying. Here's a very similar situation. David Benavidez. So, because I know a lot of people, they want to pick sides and be able to do this goofy stuff. Some people saying stuff for clicks, and, you know, some people are anti-PBC, Heyman and Tank, stuff like that, and anti-Mayweather, stuff like that. So they attacking one side, blah, blah, blah. But here's a great way for me to flip it. A way for me to flip it is this. Let's take, since you guys are emotional, and a lot of y'all is emotional about Tank and Ryan, and or not Ryan, but Tank and Devin, Tank and Shakur and all this stuff. We'll take them and put them off to the side. We'll use a completely different set of fighters so I can illustrate the point like only I know how. Let's use David Benavidez and get the likes up. Ain't no half stepping. Get the likes up. I got time. Today I got time, cuz. Today I got time, cuz. Y'all better get the likes up. This is not a game for me. This is what I do every day. Y'all not finna disrespect it. Likes a loot. Y'all gotta, or my shooters gotta shoot. It gotta be that way. Can you be what's up? Haney's been draining and still hasn't filled out his frame. The Tank fights never happened. See, there we go. Trying to tell y'all. See, I'm not into. A lot of boxing fans, they want to get blue balls. I'm not in the business of getting blue balls from boxing. If I tell you, if a fight seems realistic, then it seems realistic. You know, it's almost like Floyd spanked Canelo, spanked him. He spanked him. Then years later, people said Canelo got better, and then they were in different directions at that space of time. The Canelo Chupapi Muñeños, they said Floyd needed to come up to fight Canelo at 175 and 168. Floyd already beat the man. You know, Floyd is already more accomplished than Canelo. It's the same thing. You guys tell me stuff that's really just not going to happen. If Floyd already fought Canelo and spanked him, stomped him out, and years later Canelo got better and bigger and started fighting in higher weight classes because he didn't start in the lighter weight classes as low as Manny Pacquiao or Floyd Mayweather. So eventually Canelo moved up and, learned what he learned from his experiences. Why would Floyd fight Canelo at his preferred weight? It's the same thing, and you guys run the same play. Each and every time y'all run the same play. Why would I'm asking y'all a direct question. If Floyd already beat you and he's the A side, why would he come up to an advantageous weight of Canelo? That's never how it's worked. Usually the B side has to make, not usually, every single time, the B side got to make consolations and sacrifices to get that opportunity. That's how it's always been. And Floyd ain't going up to 68 because Canelo feels good up there. And Floyd, when Floyd on the night of the fight, he'd be weighing 148, 150. Why would he go up to, and he damn near low key probably could beat Canelo at 68. But that's not something you would probably do. You know what I mean? When you're the A side. If you're the A side, you make the B side take concessions. That's how it's always been. So regarding Devin Haney and Tank, I don't really see it. Bill said his piece. I recorded it. I threw it up on the channel, and people are entitled to, it's a call out and get all hype. But, for me personally, I don't really see the fight happening. It's going to have to be some serious negotiations. And I think the stalemate or the stumbling block would probably be the weight. Because Devin, from his angle, he's going to want to get a certain amount of money. And he's going to be like, oh, look at who I fought. And I fought Lomachenko and you didn't fight Lomachenko. And then Tank going to be like, F all that. I'm an A side. And so, you know what I mean? I don't really see the fight happening. Y'all just like to get blue balls. That's what it looked like. Y'all like to get blue balls and get hyped up for nothing. But anyway, the other thing is I was going to say about Devin, he looks good at 140. He's talking about going to 147 and he looks like firm and like he looked good at the weight. I seen him up close at the weigh-in. His face didn't look all sunk in like the Lomachenko fight and Kambosos 2 fight. So all in all, they're almost like Canelo and Floyd, whereas like they're kind of going in different directions weight-wise. And here's the thing. Because one fighter outgrows a division or makes the decision to move up in weight, right? What does that have to do with you? Why? So in y'all mind, y'all think because fighter A can no longer make weight, or fighter B, let's say fighter B can no longer make weight comfortably because that's where their body is. What's that got to do with fighter A and C? That's my thing. You know what I mean? They're at different career points. Like I said, Canelo kept moving from 160 to 168, 175. What's that got to do with Floyd Mayweather? So Floyd got to move up to the weight classes that Canelo chose to move up? Yeah, it's probably not. I see a lot of people, they're holding on to the Barrios fight because he popped in for the one fight with Barrios. But then he immediately moved down and said, I'm really a true lightweight. There's an opportunity there. at 140. We took it, got the knockout, and then he moved back to one. It's like Floyd Mayweather. Floyd did the same thing. He popped in at 154, fought De La Hoya, popped back down to 47 for fights. Popped in at 54, fought Miguel Cotto, popped back down to 47. You know, he didn't fight Pacquiao at 154 or 152 like he did Canelo. So when you're an A-side and you're not the biggest guy for the division up or whatever, if you can make the weight below and that's your true division and there's different opportunities, yeah, maybe you flex and fill. That's just what it is. So I personally, I don't really see it. I think y'all getting hyped for no reason. I don't really see the fight happening because, again, it looks like they're going in two different directions. The Errol Spence Jr., this is Kamal Oz, y'all. Errol Spence and Crawford negotiations debacle where Errol gave away the farm for nothing will not happen to a PBC star again. Ooh. And see, that's what I'm saying. Like Errol Spence, he allowed, and fair play to Crawford. Crawford, he negotiated right in that instance, you know, because Crawford got a December tune-up. Errol been out the ring since April, and Errol's like, you know, feeling himself. Oh, man down, man down. But Crawford was smart to get that little tune-up in there against David Avocado. Get that little avocado out the way because you stay sharp. You get to practice stuff. You get a training camp in. You get your wind up and cardio up. Errol Spence, that wasn't the best decision in hindsight to stay out the ring so long. So, yeah, it's proven both ways. Kamal just showed you when the A-side gives up their A-side leverage, Errol Spence, that's usually not the smartest play to do. And I could tell you several examples where the A-side did A-side things, point blank, period. I really enjoyed the fight week. The fight week everything was cool. You know, everything went pretty smooth. Let's talk about Devin Haney and Regis. Now, this is what I don't like about boxing fans, and I'm gonna tell y'all straight like that. This is what I don't respect about some of y'all boxing fans. And if you're like this, then you know we just don't see eye to eye. We don't see eye to eye. When a fight is announced, anytime before the fight, y'all say X, Y, and Z and type X, Y, and Z in them comments. Before the fight, y'all was talking about Regis Prograis going to sleep Devin Haney. Devin Haney got clipped by Jorge Linares. You were saying Devin Haney's pillow-fisted. Regis ain't going to respect his power. You were saying all this stuff about Devin Haney, right? And then now after the fight, people who bet against Devin Haney, they talking like, oh, Regis was tailor-made and Regis already lost to Josh. Nah, we not doing that. Come on, y'all. Yeah, we not doing that. That's garbage, bro. That's one of the worst things about these boxing fans. They pick against you, and then when you prove them wrong, instead of them now giving you credit, they'll flip to something else to say, oh, you fought a bum. Regis has been a bum. Regis is flat-footed. Nah, Devin Haney made him look like he said Devin called him a bum, and Devin Haney made him look like that. Because I've watched almost all of Regis Prograis fights, right? Shout out to Isaiah. They also said Devin Haney couldn't sell. And I was there in the building, 16,000 strong, came out, yee, Bay Area style. And it was a beautiful crowd. I mean, the women was beautiful. The dudes, you know, they was buying their drinks and, you know, had their little drip on. It was a good night. The Bay Area, everybody got along. Like, we ain't had no issue, bro. I've been in the spot. I've been in several, Oakland, Richmond. I've been everywhere, you know? El Sobrante, like everywhere. The Sco, San Bruno, San Jose. I've been everywhere, bro. And sometimes it get a little funky in the Bay in different parts. So I was glad to see everything was cool. I ain't see, I mean, if it happened, I ain't really seen nothing. I ain't really see nothing like crazy go down where, you know, somebody up the stick or anything. So that was good. But yeah, keep that same energy. Y'all said Devin can't sell. He can't hurt his opponent. The only person that got hurt in the fight was Regis Prograis. So all that pillow fisted, all the goofy stuff, y'all got to just give that boy Devin his credit. I truly think you're clearly picking a side, bro. Block him. Don't you ever disrespect me. Yeah, block him. Noah's Ark. We gonna send you on a ship. Get him out of here. I don't care what you talking. I don't know you beat. I don't know you lost. Yeah, block him. Get him out of here. I told you, I'm sick of these bums. Get these bums out the station. You don't listen. You don't like my stuff, then scram. Go watch somebody else. I'm telling you what I feel. I don't care how you feel if it hurts your feelings. Yeah, shout out to Kamal Oz. Yeah, stop playing with us. Ego's Army. Scram. Yeah, we gonna send him packing. Bro, man, I'm PBC. I'm about to put him in Amazon Prime box. We gonna box you like Amazon Prime. Stop playing, bro. Kamal says, why does the fighter most closely aligned to Al Heyman have to make all the sacrifices? See? T.O. said, my TS is easy work. Why is no one demanding that he back them up? Allegedly, they saying that there's negotiations, but like I said, seeing is believing. You got to show me T.O. in the ring with that Puerto Rican muff Subriel because that muff got cracks. Yeah, show me that T.O. I love to fight. Yeah, fight him, T.O. T.O. mess around, fought Sandor Martin, Ricky Martin, or whoever that was, and was questioning his whole identity after the fight. I don't tell you no lies. I'll tell y'all no lies. The man fought Sandor Martin, Ricky Martin, and was like questioning his whole little shindig. He was like, do I still even got it? Bro, they put the camera on T.O. He said, do I still got it? Bro, T.O. sound like Will Smith on the episode where his father came and cut turf. Bro, who seen the Fresh Prince episode with Will Smith? Bro, where his pops came and then abandoned him and he started crying to Uncle Phil? That's how T.O. sound on Dead Homies. On Dead Homies, he sound like Fresh Prince on the Pops episode. He said, I taught myself how to dribble. I got pretty good. Ain't that right, Phil? How come he don't want me, man? Bro, he said, oh my gosh, bro. This man was crying on the, what was it, ESPN? He did the Will Smith. I taught myself how to tie. Oh my gosh. That was so funny when T.O. did that. He did the Will Smith Fresh Prince. How come you don't want me, man? Bro, T.O. said, do I still got it, man? You know, oh my gosh, bro. I love my job. The man did the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. T.O. of Bel-Air or Florida, wherever he from. And he say New York, he from Florida though. I got sources. That man said, do I still got it? I mean, he look good versus Josh Taylor though. Nah, T.O. sound like he sound like Mekhi Phifer in Paid in Full when they kidnap his little brother. Bro, do you remember the scene when Mekhi was in the car? They got Sonny, man. They got Sonny. He's probably somewhere scared in a warehouse or something. They got my little man's B. Feel naked without here, eh? They got my little man's. Bro, he sounded dead on Mekhi Phifer, Paid in Full, when they kidnapped his little brother. You see what I'm saying? I feel naked out here, eh? I'm about to be on some real murder, eh? Anybody that look at me wrong owes me money. They're fucking dead. That's it. They fucking dead, yo. Bro, he did all the hood movies in that one sequence. After that, Ricky Martin. Yeah, Trey from Boys in the Hood. Man, I'm tired of this. I'm tired. Woo! Woo! Bro, he went Trey. He went Trey from Boys in the Hood when he started crying on Nia Long. He said, "Oh, you want? Come on, eat, woo." He was throwing them KO, bro. Why was Cuba throwing so many haymakers? Why? Bro, he was throwing straight haymakers at air. That was T.O. Do I still got it, man? That was funny. I can't even hold you. That was funny. Shout out to T.O. for the entertainment, because that was funny. He said, I still got it. Then he tried to double back like, I was just playing, man. Nah, bro, we seen that. Do I still got it? You didn't know them cameras was rolling and the mic was high. You didn't know. That's what that was. You ain't never seen Tank or Devin Haney, Shakur crying. Oh, I see Shakur cry at the Olympics, but not after no pro fight. Do I still got it, man? Nah, that was wild. I ain't bro. Even if I didn't think I had it, I would not even tell nobody that. I would lie. I'll be like, man, I still got it. Like, remember Eddie Kane Jr. from the 5 Heartbeats? When he was all cracked out and he was trying to act like he could still sing. Who's seen the 5 Heartbeats? I know somebody had to see it. Where he's like, let me back in the group, baby. Night like this, I wish raindrops would fall. I still got it, baby. Bro, who he did the Eddie King Jr., when he tried to get back in the group. Night like this, I wish raindrops would fall. And I still got it. Let me back in the group, baby. Gotta let me back in the group. Bro, that was the most fiend out scene showing crackism for a black movie that I ever seen, bro. That's the most crack-headedest scene. Bro, he said, let me in the group, baby. And did that scene, night like this, I wish raindrops. And say, what the, bro, that, he need an Oscar. Hold on. How my homie, listen, how he didn't get an Oscar for that? Because that, bro, he really did crack for that role. There's no way you embody the crackhead that well without dabbling a little crack. You see what I'm saying? You was off a Little Rock, like Arkansas. That's a bar. Listen, I said you was off a Little Rock, like Arkansas. Bro, Little Rock, man. Stop playing with me, bro. The kid with the golden voice is back. Bro, there's no way he should have got the Oscar, bro. He said, yeah, he had the shiny, he had that little gliss in his eye. That and Romelo's Pops in Sugar Hill. When he was like, bro, when he shot up that heroin, bro, he was like, ooh, ooh, oh, oh. Bro, he had a whole organism. Do you understand what I'm saying? Bro, go watch Wesley Snipes, Sugar Hill, Romelo's Pops. He had, bro, the fix got so good, he had like a tear come down his eye. Oh. Bro, that scene alone ensured that I'm never doing drugs. I don't even want nothing in my body to go make me have that organism like Romelo's Pops. Bro, just go, man. Y'all better hope I can't find it. No, Chris Rock, he need an Oscar. Because Pookie was off that rock. You right about that. Man, keep calling me, man. Keep calling. Bro. He said, you went for power. You got milk in a titty. Bro. Hey, y'all gonna make me watch all the hood movies with crackheads. Bro, the 90s, we had some good crackheads. Listen, I don't know if cancel culture allows me to say that, but the 90s, we had some good crackheads. We had some good crackheads in these movies. Bro, Pookie's like, titty. He had that belt on with the camera. I'm like, titty. We got skin milk in them titty. Oh my God, bro. Y'all gonna make me throw up on camera. Bro, the man asked her if she had skim milk in them breasts. Okay, you got powdered milk in the titty. Bro, Chris Rock was really on one, bro. And his teeth was horrid the whole movie. Man, I used to be Pookie. How the hell you used to be Pookie? Bro, don't get me started on the movies. He said Gator. Samuel L. Jackson did his thing. He said Gator gonna dance. Bro, Gator was killing the dance move. Or what about Cuz from Menace to Society? Nah, that was a real fiend. Cause the reason why I know that was a real fiend from Menace, because he ain't never did no other movies except for Don't Be a Menace. That's how I know that was a real fiend. You dig? Bro, listen. Cuz from Menace to Society, I got these cheeseburgers, man. Please, man. He had cheeseburgers in 2 movies, and like you go to his IMDb, his Wikipedia, there's no other movies he's been in except for Menace and Don't Be a Menace. I got these cheeseburgers, man. Please, man. Bro, that's not even he didn't go to Juilliard. That ain't no trained actor. That's a real basehead that they done found in LA. He was really a fiend. Bro, they should have gave him an Oscar. He was on that Town Dope. You dig? Hold on. We got to get back to the boxing. Hold on. Shout out to you, Ego. Salute. Edric, what's up? Question. Is Haney now the boogeyman at 140? Other champs won't call him out knowing it's big money. But knowing they'll lose, they're better built up. Listen, see this. I'm trying to keep it all the way real with y'all. Devin Haney did his thing. His first fight, he looked spectacular. But to say he's a boogeyman, that doesn't really make sense for me when you got Subriel Matias, who's been like demolishing dudes. You see what I'm saying? It's only one fight. You know what I'm saying? It's one fight. I feel like boxing nowadays, people are prisoners of the moment. Now, no doubt, Devin Haney has been a person who's struggled to get fights in the past for sure, especially lightweight. I think lightweight was more the one where it's like he really, and it wasn't even towards the end. It was at the beginning. Devin Haney couldn't get no fights. Ryan Garcia, he popped in the ring on Ryan. You know what I mean? T.O. was like capping, didn't want to fight him for real. But Devin's name and his brand is growing, so I think he'll be able to get fights, especially in the new weight class, because even though Devin looks sensational versus Regis, other guys at 140, they like, that's Regis. You see what I'm saying? So I wouldn't put the boogeyman on him unless we seen like other 140, like Richardson Hitchens called him out. You see what I'm saying? So that's a 140 pounder, and he said Devin know what it is or whatever. So that's one person. So we have to actually, to get that title, we have to actually see people ducking the fades. Subriel Matias said that he will fight him, or at least his people. That's a whole little thing online. So yeah, I don't know about that. You know what I mean? But back to the performance. Devin, he looked excellent, And see, this is the thing I don't like, is people trying to act now in hindsight like they knew it all. That's what boxing fans do. They act like they knew it all. You ain't know. People, they like, Devin took out the trash. He made that look easy. He made it look really easy versus Regis Prograis. Regis, he had his CompuBox was low. Regis threw so few punches, CompuBox stopped counting. They just estimated. Yeah, that look about 2. Bro, do you know how trash your output is when CompuBox just stopped counting? They be like, yeah, that's about 2-3 punches. They not even really invested into what you doing because it was the Devin Haney show. Bro, they was estimating the Regis Prograis punches. Yeah, he landed about 1 right there. Mm-hmm. Hitting that clicker. Regis looked bad to me, bro. I mean, Devin had him looking bad. I don't know. I ain't watching on the tube or I rewatched it. But from what I seen in the venue, Regis looked bad. Like, there were a couple rounds where Devin made him look like he was drunk. Like, I'm not even being funny. Like, I really thought he might be inebriated. I think a couple times he punched the ropes. I'm like, Devin over there. There you go. I was like, help, like, bro, he needed GPS, Waze, maps, and to find Devin. He was punching ropes. Do you know how frustrated you have to be to just punch the ropes? Bro, he was missing wildly. I was like, this ain't even close. And he was trying to do like, y'all got me hitting the mic. He's trying to do this like KG, like, I don't know, Frazier, George Foreman, you know what I'm saying? Like whatever he was trying to, he always fight like that. But he was trying to fight like a throwback fighter with that like this awkward. And none of that was working with Dev. Dev was like through the middle, through the guard, keeping his range, spinning and turning him. Regis damn near looked old overnight. He 34, 35. Yeah, he looked every bit 34, 35. He needs some WD-40 on the kneecaps or something. Like that was not his night. The disappointing thing for Regis is like, that was bad, bro. I'm not even being funny. That was bad. Like that was a hard. Devin did his thing, but it was like really a hard watch from a competitive standpoint because Devin, it was just the Devin show. Regis, there were no oh-ish moments or anything that like gave you hope for Regis. Like Jorge Linares didn't really do much versus Devin, but he at least had that little sequence at the end of round 10 or whatever it was. Regis had 0 moments. So it was like, it's like talking to a beezy and you think she gonna let you smash and you get to the crib and she playing and she not finna let you smash. Like you just drive home with blue balls. You know what I mean? You thought it was gonna be something because that's how I felt. The fight gave me blue balls. And I'm not blaming Devin Haney because he did everything he wanted. But the amount of trash that Regis and Evans, Tobler, or whatever, was talking, they had me convinced that they was going to go for broke if, in fact, the fight got to, desperate territory. And he never, to me, he must have respected Devin. You know what I mean? Like, he had to have respected him because there were no moments where he went for broke. Like, I don't know, round 9, 10, he had to clearly have known. I don't know what they were saying in the corner because I was in the venue. But he had to know you need a knockout to win, bruh. There's no other way around it. You need a straight knockout. That is literally the only way you're going to win this fight at a certain point. It got to that, like, dire straight. And he didn't even, like, to be honest, I didn't think he, like, I don't know. I expected more from Regis. Like, I expected him to, like, get knocked out. Like, if that's what if you going for broke culminated with you getting knocked out, I think it would have been respected more. Like, for example, Demetrius Andrade. I do think Andrade quit because he looked at his dad and said, "Stop it." That's a quit. From where I'm from, that's a quit because you were the first ones. You were the first person to utter that. So you kind of like folded, like you said, enough is enough. Stop the fight. So it was your word and your direction. I would have preferred Andre let it be his team that made that decision. And I think his team should have made the decision versus Benavidez. However, even though I do think that Andre quit because he said it, he still had a different, like, outside of the quit, he put up a hell of a scrap and went out on his shield, outside of him, like, waving the white flag. Does that make sense? So I think how Andre went out, we just seen, okay, Benavidez was just too much for you. You're newish to the division. Benavidez a monster. And at the end of the day, Benavidez just overwhelmed you. So I think people would have preferred if you go out like that. But Regis, the amount of trash he talked, I'm going to hurt him. 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 That's all he was saying. I'm going to hurt him. I'm going to hurt that little boy. And then you didn't like it, that in and of itself, that kind of like pushes it sets you back further. When people, like, I think boxing fans, they could be cold, but if we as boxing fans really feel like you were willing to do anything and you just couldn't beat the person, I think that's always going to be better. Regis Prograis, I don't know. I don't know what he said. He trained hard. He just couldn't push the action. And when you have those type of performances, see, the bad thing for Regis is this. You got 2 performances in a row like that. I mean, the Devin fight was worse than the Zorilla, but still, you got 2 abysmal performances back to back at age 35. I don't know what Eddie Hearn and Matchroom finna do with him unless they do a Zorilla rematch. I don't know what the next move. Like, what you gonna put him in with Richardson Hitchens with no belt? He already beat Zepeda. Like, what is the move for Regis after that? Do you dig? Like, and I know I'm great. I know I'm pretty. I know I made boxing look beautiful. I told you, Devin, via 12-round decision, unanimous decision. That's exactly what happened. And people were like, "Oh, you're a Haney Glazer, and you Haney paid you." Y'all was saying all this stupid stuff. Like, this is what I want to know from boxing. When I give you my honest, truest thoughts, and then you get comments, a lot of comments, they uck with the boy, but there are some naysayers, negative Nancy. They say, "Oh, you paid off by Haney. The Haneys paid you. You a Haney Glazer. You a Haney D rider." Y'all say all this stupid stuff in the comment section, and then what I say exactly to a T happens, and then now I don't see them same people. You see what I'm saying? How that's supposed to work? Before the fight, I picked Haney, said 12 rounds, said UD. That's literally exactly how it happened. And there's little nuanced things that I was saying that actually showed up in the fight. Where all you a Haney lover and all that. Like, bro, I told you what was going to happen and it happened. Y'all going to give me my propers. The other thing is, I told you in my videos, I don't want to see Regis versus Ryan. Not after that. I mean, y'all might. I don't want to see it. Hey, come on, bro. You got to stop deleting comments. Do not delete the people's comments. Stop deleting it. That's like, it messes up the chat rate. Do not delete anyone's comments. No shooter should be deleting their comments. If they say something crazy or inappropriate, then we decide if we need to block them. But we're not censoring the people by blocking their comments. Please do not do that, any shooters. Do not delete anybody's comments. And back to your question or your statement, I do not want to see Regis and Ryan. For what? Why do I need to see that? I don't even think that's a big fight after Regis' last 2 performances. So why would Ryan? I would rather see Devin and Ryan. Ryan got a win again. He at 140. They got 6 fights as amateurs. Split them in half. 3 wins, 3 losses. Why would I want to see Regis and Ryan? No, Regis's options is horrific right now. Because like you got to be like a Sean Porter or even Keith Thurman when he lost to Pacquiao. He lost to Pacquiao, but it was split decision. You dig? So like that you lost to a legend, split decision after getting dropped in the first round and came back in some of them later rounds. You dig what I'm saying? So it's like for me, that Porter, you know, when he's fighting, you lost to Errol, you lost to Keith, Danny. These are just good fights. So I don't think people were going to hold that against Sean Porter the same. Regis looked pretty bad, like embarrassingly bad his last 2 fights. That's a whole different situation. You can't put up 2 stinkers in a row. And he trash talked a lot. His footwork looked terrible, bro. He had 2 left feet. And I'm not in the mood, like not in the mood, but I'm not in the I'm not trying to kick a man while he's down. I'm keeping it real with you. Like to me, he's in a tight spot. It's a tight squeeze. You talked hella head about Devin Haney. A lot. You know, oh, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna destroy him. He definitely helped sell the fight, you and your strength and conditioning coach, but when it don't work out for you, then what? Then what? I really don't know what Regis's next fight should be. I'm not even being funny. Because everybody you could name, I would rather see, like Regis when he was the champion, he said he'll never fight Rolly because Rolly's so bad. But like if we're talking Rolly, I'd rather see Rolly versus Barroso too. Rolly versus Ryan Garcia. You know what I mean? Like I'd rather see something like that over Rolly and I could think of Rolly and Richardson Hitchens. I'd rather see any of that over Rolly and Regis. Devin at 140 is scary. Yeah, he definitely did his thing, bro. He looked good. The other thing that was dumb about Regis Prograis' game plan is like you're literally fighting at a pace that Devin Haney can do for 13 rounds. I just didn't see the vision. I didn't understand what he was even what was the game plan? You know what I mean? What was the game plan to win? Not ego, not Rolly. Listen, there's no not ego, nothing. I'm telling you my opinion. If you disagree, that's you. But don't say not ego, not Rolly. I'm telling you what I want to see. Like, if we went to Pizza Hut and I said I want a meat lover's pizza, pause. That's what I want. You know, oh, nah, ego, it's a cheese pizza. No, it's what I said it is. If you want to order a cheese pizza, you order a cheese pizza. But you're not going to tell me what I'm going to order. I'm telling you, I want to see Rolly versus those people that I said, like Ryan Garcia. So you talking, oh, nah, ego, no. There ain't no, you ain't my dad. On dead homies, you ain't my parents. You gonna tell me who I want to see. That don't make sense. Could he have let Devin come to him and counterpunt? I mean, coulda, shoulda, woulda. I don't know what he could have did. He could have tied his shoes or something because he had 2 left feet. I don't know what he could have did. The way he was looking. Y'all tell me, oh, could he have? I don't know what he could have did. He was tripping and falling. Bro, and the thing is, I think, I personally think he psyched himself out and like, he tried to get himself in the zone, but there was a lot of pressure fighting. Like, see, this is what I'm trying to tell y'all. Y'all got to understand the business. These fighters, they be doing some crazy things. Like, this is my honest opinion. Regis did kind of what Errol Spence did. If you were the champion, like Errol had more belts than Crawford, why would you give up so much in order to make the fight? Like, I am not, me personally, Devin was the challenger. You gonna let him have top billing, Haney, Prograis, and let him fight in the Bay Area. And I'm not saying if they fought elsewhere, it would make a ton of difference. However, what I am saying is I take my chances not fighting somebody in their backyard. You see what I'm saying? Like, I would like my chances better. Like, if you the champion and you gonna fight Kovalev, why would you fight him in Russia? Like, it don't make sense. Like, I tell you all the time, never take an away game if you don't have to. That's why teams have bye week. I'm not mad at the Haneys. Bill Haney's a hustler. Bill Haney, he negotiating his butt off. He loves his son. He loves the brand, and they making the moves that work for them. Fair play to them. But what I'm saying is, from a perspective of the fighters be making these boneheaded decisions where when you lose, don't be looking all like crocodile tears and stuff. Like, you first you said Devin ain't, like, see, Regis was all over the place. That's why I also didn't have faith that he was going to win. You said Devin ain't from the Bay, and then you was like, F all y'all some crackheads. Like, which one is, and then he was like, man, he had the crowd. Bro, you said he wasn't from here, and they was booing you. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's all over the place. You said he not from the Bay, but then the Bay showed out from him, and then you seen what it was. They was rocking with him more than they was rocking with you, henceforth why you were booed. That's weird. I ain't give, like, Floyd Mayweather. He could have made money fighting Ricky Hatton in the UK. But you're Floyd Mayweather. Why would you fight Ricky Hatton in his turf? I'm just saying, like, it don't make sense from a fighter perspective. Like, these fighters be doing all this stuff. It's like they selling their belts. They selling their belts by making poor decisions even before the fight starts. And then the cold part about it is, if you lose, now look where your career is at. If I was Regis, I would have tried to negotiate, man, fight me in New Orleans. Or somewhere neutral. You agreed to it and you got spanked. Now you got to deal with the repercussions of that butt whooping that Devin Haney administered. Fair play to him. So I'm not crying. I'm not like sympathetic. I don't care. You don't get what you're worth. You get what you negotiate. And that's life. So mark my words. It's just, these fighters got to smarten up in the boardrooms and not just be accepting of anything. Yeah, like Kambosos, he did it pretty smart. He made sure that rematch clause was in there. So at the very least, he got 2 Australia fights. It didn't work for him. Devin beat him twice, but he at least got the home court advantage. And I think he got the lion's share of money both times. I know he got it at least one time. So these fighters got to smarten up. I don't really do the pound for pound rankings and all that, but Devin got to be on there. I don't really, I'm not going number 1, number 2. I don't do all that. Y'all watch them other channels, other people that do that, and ESPN, go check them out. I'm not, boxing is too subjective and it's forever changing, different weight cut. I get money. I ain't spending my time like, ooh, this guy's number 2 and this guy's 2B and this guy's 3. I don't care. Ryan Garcia, in your opinion, is that even a question? Like, what does that even mean? Ryan Garcia, in my opinion. What does that even mean, though? You got to rephrase the question, bro, because I don't know what that even stands for. Ryan Garcia, in your opinion. It sounds like you told me my opinion more than you asked the question. Ryan Garcia, in your opinion. I'm not getting you. Is he a fake fighter? I mean, he's a real fighter. I'm not going to disrespect him and say he's a fake fighter. He got flaws. But, he's trying to learn. I mean, he ain't going to fight Devin Haney next. I know that. I mean, credit to Ryan. Listen, credit to Ryan. He actually said that. He actually said he want to build up the Devin Haney fight because he just moved up. I listen, y'all. A lot of people, they're like, I respect honesty. You dig? Like, I respect that Ryan Garcia came out and like assessed where he at. Like, what I don't like is when the fighters like talk all this big bad wolf stuff and then they're not really about what they saying they about. Ryan Garcia kind of came out and said, hey, yeah, let me get a Rolly fight. Let me get this fight, blah, blah, blah. And then Devin Haney's a tough fight. I can respect that. Listen, if you a straight shooter like me, I can respect that because at least you know that you got some work to do before you get in the ring with Devin Haney. But if you was like, oh, Devin trash and, you know, I'll whoop Haney easily. See, because that's what more fighters do. Like more fighters be talking about, I'll destroy this fighter and this fighter's trash. And then they completely front on the person. And then they don't fight the person. You know what I mean? Like Canelo keep trying to sun Benavidez like he ain't ish, but then you're not fighting him also. So I can't respect that as much as somebody like Ryan, who's self-assessing where his career is. Hey, I'm coming off a tank loss. I had a tough fight with Duarte. I'm new to this weight class. You know, I got a new trainer. Let me build up to that. I don't have a problem with that. I have a problem with liars. Like when you're lying about, oh man, like if Ryan came in and said, I'm the best at 140, I'll easily take out anyone in my next fight. And then he fought Emmanuel Tiptoes. I don't like stuff like that. But I don't have a problem with somebody being realistic and letting you know and setting the terms and expectations. That's respectable. So I don't have nothing negative to say about Ryan, to be honest. He said like Teofimo capping about Mattia. Yeah, you're going to have to show me that. That butt whipping hurts when you run your mouth like Regis did. I'm sure it do. But see, I literally asked Regis Prograis train. I have the video and I upped the video. I asked this, I said, do you think when I cover fights, it's the best in the business. I am a straight shooter. The questions are usually direct. It ain't a bunch of stuff. Like I don't even, when I'm so great, y'all know who it is. You hear the voice, you know it's me. You notice me like Jodeci. I don't even like, when I have the mic and ask questions, I don't even say, oh, hey, this is Ego with Boxingego. I just say the question. Y'all know who it is. Y'all know I'm great. Y'all know I'm the best in this business. But anyway, I asked Regis Prograis' strength and condition dude. I said, Devin's moving to 40. Do you think he'll be perhaps a bit stronger? Because Devin was looking full and looking in shape. And, you know, I'm sure he does little things to work on strength and conditioning. He got James Lockwood, the nutritionist. I asked him to his face and he's like, no, Devin ain't got no power. He never have no power. But then he dropped Regis Prograis. That makes you look crazy. You see what I'm saying? Like that's why, listen to me. I'm giving y'all gems. Do you notice on my channel, this is why I never look dumb on my channel, even if I'm wrong, because I don't do, like, I know the fans and the haters, they try to rejoice because it's seldom that I'm really wrong on like big major issues. But like, let's say Crawford versus Errol Spence, I was wrong. I was wrong in that particular fight. But I never disrespected and said Crawford was trash. I've never even picked against Crawford until the Errol Spence fight. So me being wrong on a one fight prediction, I don't really care because I know I didn't disrespect Crawford as a fighter. I know I didn't say Crawford can't fight. I said Crawford looks like this weight cut was hard on him, but I still believe that. You know what I'm saying? But what happens is you get people who get amped up and emotional and they start saying a bunch of stuff and it's so over the top. And then you look crazy in the end when you did all that extra stuff like team program. I literally asked the strength and conditioning dude and he said, Devin ain't got no power. And I'm like, that's just a underestimation of your opponent. I don't believe in underestimating your opponent. And you're putting more pressure on yourself. Like, just look at how they moved. Regis Prograis, oh, he a private school kid. He ain't from here. He from Henderson, Nevada. He said people was running down the street. He said he was running down the street in Frisco and people was yelling F Haney. Man, that's cap, bro. I'm out here. And that's not, we don't even act like that in the Bay Area. You know what I'm saying? Just to be blurting and yelling, F somebody who's from here. That didn't happen, bro. I don't believe that one bit. Unless it was someone who came from New Orleans or somewhere else. There ain't no Bay Area people were saying that, bro. Stop. But they did all this stuff, and now they got to face the music. They said Devin can't crack an egg and all that. All right. And then he dropped you. So now you look worse than if you would have just kept it real and say, I don't know how he's going to look at 140, but I'm trying to beat him up. See, I don't mind trash talk, but when the trash talk sounds like, that's like, let's say I'm about to fight Wilder. And I'm like, man, I ain't worried about Wilder. He ain't got no power for real. That's not realistic. I don't care if it's your ops, if you're your enemy. You can't underestimate people. It would be dumb for me to be fighting Wilder and telling the world that, oh, he ain't got no power and like he can't do nothing. And like the way Regis was making Devin sound, he just put so much pressure on himself that, oh, he ain't got no power. But you were buzzed throughout the fight. So that made you look bad. Like so you ain't got no chin then. You know what I mean? That's what it seems like. Because you set the stage, you set the table. You set the table and said the man can't hurt you. And then you were hurt several times and dropped. So that's why I've always believed in just being more realistic. If you're not too high, not too low, and you're somewhere in the middle and grounded, usually you have a safer landing. That's why I'm always good everywhere and I always have a safe landing because I don't do over the top garbage. You know what I mean? Like Tim Bradley. Let me get to Kamal super chat, and then I'm gonna talk about the boy Bradley. He's one of the commentators that's like over the top. Derek James would not advise Ryan Garcia to go straight into a Devin Haney fight without more fights. Shout out to DJ. Some people are dense. Ryan kept it 100. I need y'all to get the likes up. I need y'all to get the likes up. He did give Haney credit and was humble in defeat. I don't care about that though, because you shouldn't have said this stuff to begin with. You see what, like, bro, listen to me. I'm going to say it loud and clear. This message is for everybody, not anyone particular, but for everybody. I'm going to say it like this. Notice I'm great on this mic. I'm the best in the business on this mic when it comes to this boxing. Notice I don't ever have to rescind and retract and dedact the information that I put out because I'm not saying these crazy stuff. I see it all the time on YouTube. I don't even understand. Like, I don't watch no boxing on YouTube for real since I got into this game because I am boxing. Why I got to watch boxing when I am boxing? You see what I'm saying? So I see it though. I get an overflow and see what people are saying and like on Twitters and YouTubes and I get the overflow. You know, people send me stuff or it's on the home screen. I don't even understand how people continue to listen to certain people that are always wrong. It's insane to me. Boxing fans are weird, low key. They're weird because it's like somebody could be cooking, such as myself. I could be cooking with everything that makes sense, giving you facts, and then somebody just wants to hear the counter argument. And then the opening statement and the counter argument doesn't even make sense. Why would you even continue to listen to it when their opening statement is trash? And they've already started with the lie. You see what I'm saying? So I don't make it a habit of listening to that. But, you know, y'all do what y'all do. There's people, they put out fight predictions. Every fight prediction wrong. Every one. This is going to happen. I don't get it. But again, I guess boxing, maybe y'all got more time than me because boxing fans, they just want to hear a whole bunch of opinions or something. I ain't for it. I know what I'm saying. I know I'm the best of business. I know I'm on the right side of history. So anyway, Tim Bradley, he's one of the people over the top. He'll say stuff at the beginning of the fight, and then what he's saying and the person he's making it sound like wins don't win the fight because he wasn't calling what he was actually seeing. So then by the fight's end, he got to shift and then give credit to the guy that he said was losing the fight. Like Navarrete versus Robson Conceição. They was glazing Navarrete, and then the fight ended up being a draw or something. Like, you spent the whole telecast telling us that Navarrete was doing so much, and then he didn't even get a clean win. It was like a draw or something. So it's like nothing you're saying is even happening. And then when I'm doing my fight, Bright, I didn't tell you Navarrete was doing all this and that. Them dudes putting up clickbait. I mean, whatever it is, people's opinions are constantly wrong. Tim Bradley said all this stuff. Oh, Regis gonna give Devin problems. He didn't give Devin not one problem in the whole fight. Like, bro, now it's not even just about being wrong. It's how wrong you are. Does that make sense? Like, yes, I've been wrong. Doesn't always happen. But when I'm wrong, it's usually not, I'm wrong on every count. Every single thing I said was wrong. That is more rare for me. But there's a lot of people in this industry, and it's crazy. Oh, Devin's going to have so many problems. Regis Prograis. Oh, Regis is going to knock him out. And they talking like this and that, and then none of what they said comes true. None of it. That boy Tim Bradley said Regis was going to give him problems. Where the problems at? Because Devin Haney passed with flying colors. I ain't say that goofy stuff. So ESPN, they paying him. They paying Bradley for his opinion. And, he's doing his interviews and stuff like that only to be wrong. I don't know. I just feel like, okay, what hurts your credibility in boxing? If you could just say a bunch of assessments and be wrong every single assessment, how do you differentiate someone who's credible and someone who's lacking some credibility? Like, that's what I don't understand about boxing. People continue to even interview opinions that are always wrong. Certain trainers, certain fighters. Oh, Canelo, he's going to I think Canelo will beat Mayweather. And then you watch the fight and Canelo get dog walked. So it's like, what is boxing even doing? You're supposed to be the expert, but then you can't even beat a muff like me on YouTube that don't box. I'm not the boxer. I'm not a pro fighter. You know what I mean? You can't even be more right than me. So it shows you people have agendas and biases and, favoritism and who they like and race and national pride and all that. You know what I mean? All that goofy stuff. If you bet like that and make your picks like that, you're going to always be wrong more often than not, because boxing ain't about none of that. You're not going to get it right because you want to get it right. In closing, let me talk about Shakur Stevenson. Shakur Stevenson, I feel like Devin Haney's performance versus Regis made Shakur's performance look worse. Does that make sense? Devin Haney's performance versus Regis Prograis made sure. Okay, who agrees? Who agrees with me? If you agree, say yes. If you disagree, say no. The way Devin Haney looked spicy versus Regis Prograis made Shakur look bad. Okay, so we got some people agreeing. Let's go. Shout out to Buddy Lee. Shout out to Kenya B. You dig. So my perspective on that is there are two different fights. I get that. But they're both in relatively similar 5 pounds away divisionally. Shakur had a tune-up fight versus Juntao or whoever. Juntao, bro, he fought Juntao on a top rank card and knocked him out. And it was like a mercy stoppage for real, for real. He fought Juntao on that card. Some guy that no one thought could beat Shakur at all. Juntao from Rush Hour. Wipe yourself off. You bleeding. I said, wipe yourself off. You dead. Which one of y'all kicked me? So he fought Juntao as a tune-up or whatever, first fight in the division. No real expectation there. Then the guy that there was some expectation, because we know Edwin De Los Santos can fight and has power and he can box a bit, you know, he fought him and it was an abysmal, boring fight, you know? So you fought a dangerous southpaw and it turned out to be a boring, lackluster fight on both of the y'all parts, Shakur's part and Edwin De Los Santos's part. Devin moves up in weight for his first fight, fights a champion in Regis Prograis, who is a dangerous southpaw. So you fought a dangerous southpaw in Edwin De Los Santos, who's never been a champion. And Devin Haney fought a dangerous southpaw who has twice been a champion. Right? So Regis had more experience at a higher weight, has been a champion twice, and this was a new weight class for Devin Haney, and Devin Haney styled on him. Shakur and Edwin De Los Santos looked dreadful, both of them. Like Regis looked bad, but Devin didn't. So to me, I feel like Devin, he's starting to lap Shakur a little bit. Shakur got to get some get back, you know, in his next ordeal. I'm not saying it's impossible, but you letting Devin get with you. And I'm not saying it's to start beef with them or not, but that's just how I see the situation. Devin has a bit, like Shakur literally said he got a better resume than Devin outside of Lomachenko. And I hate when people do that because that's just dumb. You can't omit pieces of factual information to try to make your point. Oh, if you didn't fight Lomachenko, then I would have a better resume. That's dumb. You know what I'm saying? If McDonald's didn't have burgers, they'd be Dairy Queen. I mean, what are we talking about? I hate when people do that to make, that's like, when I make an argument, I don't have to stretch the truth. I don't have to bend nothing. All I have to do is just speak. And facts come out. They just come out my mouth. You can't say, oh, without Lomachenko, your resume wouldn't be that good. I would have a better resume. He has Lomachenko, and he beat him on wax. He beat him. The judges gave him the fight, right? So you can't omit pieces of information that you want. And now he just beat Regis Prograis. So he fought two back-to-back southpaws that were dangerous and experienced and former champions or a current champion for Regis, and he beat both of them. You just had Struggle City with a non-champion, good fighter, but a guy's never been a champion, Edwin De Los Santos. He got like 15 fights, bruh. So, yeah, Devin's starting to lap and show like true I mean, and I didn't even get to the fact that Devin Haney went to Australia twice and became undisputed and then retained his belt in Australia. Shakur hasn't done those things as a pro. He's never been undisputed. He didn't go to Australia or enemy territory. Like every great has done that. You know what I'm saying? That I could think of for the most part. Like Crawford went and became a champion, beating Ricky Burns in Glasgow, Scotland. Like no one's saying Devin ran versus Regis. And that was a dangerous guy, and he neutralized, nullified, and handicapped him. Shakur didn't handicap Edwin De Los Santos. The reality is Edwin De Los Santos couldn't close the distance and cut off the ring. And so Shakur didn't offensively handicap Edwin De Los Santos. He never made him pay. There was no like eye-catching shots from Shakur. So you're not going to get a bunch of props for being defensive minded, but you're also not engaging, and neither wants to engage in a battle and score shots. Devin fought supremely confident against a guy who if Regis connected, could have hurt him, especially in your first fight in a new weight class. It's just he fought so laser focused and locked in, Regis could never connect nothing. That was completely different, bro. So as far as I'm concerned, in the rat race, Devin Haney is he's winning that. You know what I mean? He's been undisputed, challenging himself. Fair play. So anyway, I'll be back with some more heat tomorrow. I'll be dropping more videos on the channel. Make sure you guys subscribe. I'm about to eat some ice cream. Deuces.